Hi all, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to the channel. I miss you guys. I hope you all had a nice Christmas holiday for those of you who celebrate. Hopefully you got to spend some time with your families and friends, or if you prefer, just had a maybe quiet holiday like myself. We are in those weird couple of days in between Christmas and New Year and the New Year, and we're in the last few days of 2018. And I know some of you will be very happy to wave 2018 goodbye, but make sure that you say your thank yous for everything that you learned this year. Feel grateful for where you're at, where you're moving towards, where you're heading to. And this is a really great time to rest and regroup. And many of you are doing that. You're needing to do that. And some of this is a gearing up, right? You're gearing up for the excitement in 2019. You're gearing up for these new beginnings and for this new life and some new direction that you're going to be taking. And some of it is resting, that you're actually regrouping, recovering from the energies, the intensities of the year, and especially those over the past, last quarter or last few months or so. So that's needed. We're needing to self-care. I'm going to talk more about that in a moment. I do want to remind you, for those of you who haven't seen on social media, I'm running a little bit of a promotion right now. So you can book an intuitive guidance session between now and January 2nd on my website. And those are 50-minute sessions. So it's like almost an hour. I usually spend about an hour with you guys. And use the code New Year 2019 in all caps when you go to book. And you'll save $22 off the session, okay? So, and I am doing sessions on New Year's Eve day and New Year's Day and the day after. So I'm not really taking a pause. I feel like you guys, as I'm gearing up, you guys are gearing up. You're wanting this information. You're wanting these readings and forecasts, and I feel really into doing them. So it's exciting. It's been exciting, the ones that I've done so far with clients, to see what everyone's sort of leaving behind, what's up ahead. I'm really treating these guidance sessions as a 2019 forecast over the next week. Okay, so feel free to take advantage of that or any of the other sessions on theilluminedguru.com. You can check that out. And then I'll just kind of get right into these messages. These are just overall messages that I feel like I want to share. Things that I'm seeing in the collective, things that I'm channeling. We'll pull a few cards here. And then I'll come back on New Year's Day with a full January forecast. And we'll look into 2019. We'll check in the eclipse energies. And probably post a couple of videos right in that first week of January. So it's very exciting. Coming soon. So talking about self-care with your body, make sure that you're listening to what your body's telling you, because I do feel that many of you at this time are having minor health snafus pop up. It's like the imbalances that maybe we've been carrying are showing themselves now. I've had like 4 or 5 clients come forth over the past few weeks saying like, oh, I just got diagnosed with this deficiency or this deficiency, or I got this blood test back and I have this deficiency. It's like all sorts of deficiencies coming up in certain vitamins. And I want to remind you, like, I know that the first sort of prescription that a doctor would tell you is like, take this supplement, but you can really supplement, especially for, vitamin and mineral deficiencies. You can really get that through eating properly and through, going to the right foods and learning about that. So I encourage you to learn about that. I post a lot about that on my social media, recipes and knowledge. And some of the people that I follow for information, there's 3 sources that I really, really like. And it's the medical medium. You can follow him on Instagram, and I think Facebook too. And Dr. Mark Hyman, he's amazing. Love his information. I also follow Eat Local Grown, who posts Wise Mind, Healthy Body articles. And those 3 sources have a plethora of information for you if you want to learn more about homeopathic healing, alternative healing, food as medicine, and so on and so forth. I think those are great tools for you, and you can tune into me too, because I post a lot about this. But make sure you investigate those things. We're being asked to leave behind the dependency on Western medicine. We're being asked to come into our own self-healers, like being your own healer, knowing that you have the resources within. It's the ancient wisdom. We're being asked to share remedies and recipes. And we're being asked to release, like I said, that dependency on Western medicine, prescription medicine, and beyond that, some of you might have minor health scares. Either you have had them or you're going to be having them. This is really a time to pay attention. Like, tune into your body. What does your body really need? Is it really a scare? Don't panic. Don't hit the panic button. It's just give your body what it needs. Get yourself into balance. If you need to have a checkup with the doctor, have the checkup. But they're really seeing like you as the self-healer. And I do feel that for many. And we're being called into that power within ourselves, especially the feminine. So remember that. Let's see what else. So we're also like reviewing, okay? It's like the year in review. And I know a lot of you are, this is part of that Cancerian energy. Cancer, I'm a Cancerian, and Cancer, you know, one of the Cancer traits is that like we look to the past, we look back a lot, and like I feel like we're still in that full moon energy, that Cancerian energy a little bit, and we're still kind of reviewing the year, and you should be. But they're saying, you know, like feel grateful for everything that has transpired, for the changes that you're making. See where there's still additional shifts that need to be made, especially out of the gate in 2019, because some of you haven't made all of the shifts yet. There's like I'd say like a third of you, or maybe like a little less than that, maybe a quarter, are hesitating or waiting or needed more information or something. And that's going to come to light for some of you during the eclipse. The partial solar eclipse is what they're showing me. So you'll be making those changes and those final shifts in January. For the rest, I feel like many of you are just, you know, focused on new beginnings and super excited, and you should be. But take the lessons that you've learned and pull them forward as we step into this new year. Leave the rest, leave the heaviness, leave the sadness, leave any grief, leave all of that. And in order to leave it, I think you have to process it. And that's part of why we have this sort of downtime right now, is to process, to cry, to release, to rest, to regroup, to gear up, to get excited, and so on and so forth. So hopefully you're doing a lot of that. And it's so funny because I have these little clarifier cards. These are Christina Georgievas, my friend and client, and you can check it out on the lilwanderer.com. And I just put them like face down, and this is what was facing up to me when I looked down, and it says retreat. And retreat is all about self-love, self-care, contemplation, rest, and that's exactly why I didn't even know that was facing me like that when I was just saying those words. So I love that. And thank you, Christina, because I do love these cards. They're so magical. Let's pull another card and see what they have to say for us. To us, dependency. Again, we've seen this a lot in the past few readings. And this is like, if you're experiencing or you've experienced a breakup, it's like letting go of those final strings of codependency, like where it's not that you needed someone else to, you know, maybe support you financially, or maybe you have, but from the majority of you, it's an emotional dependency. And the reason why you have it is because you've been avoiding going all the way into yourself. This is also about physical dependencies, actual dependencies on alcohol, on I feel like a lot of you on the ascension journey, like you just don't even want to really drink anymore. You're so up leveling that it's like any sort of toxin that you put in your body isn't going to really resonate for you. I have a little rash on my face because I don't even know. I just feel like everything is kind of sensitive for me right now. And I take probiotics and all that stuff, but my body feels very, very pure. And so anything that irritates it, it's like, I've had a hard time even having like a glass of wine has been difficult. I haven't really wanted to, but even when I do, I just don't feel good when I have it. So I really don't drink anymore at all. And may not even to celebrate the new year, I might be having some ginger ale or bubbly like soda water or something with some cranberry juice. But yeah, this is like we're being asked to release that. And what I just said about releasing the dependency on prescription drugs, on Western medicine, and this might be so like normal and so part of like your way of being that you may not have questioned it until now. But many of you, especially if you're on any sort of pain medication or antidepressants or all of that, we're being asked to just leave behind and find herbal remedies for and find healing through food. But this can be more metaphoric as well, like releasing anything toxic in our life. This is really the letting go of it now. This is really like where we're coming all the way into ourselves. In order to feel ourselves completely, we've got to let go of those dependencies, right? The drugs that are numbing us, the alcohol that doesn't sit well with us, the person who's of a lower consciousness or is bringing toxicities into our energy field. Letting all of that go means that we get to come into ourselves and feel ourselves completely. And for some of you, you're going to feel the void that's in there. That void that only you can fill, that you need to fill, that you must fill, that's here for you to fill with your passions, with your love for yourself, with your self-focus, with everything that you're going to be doing in the new year. That's what you fill it with. If you want to know what do I fill it with? That's what you fill it with helping others, with shining your light, with doing the things that you love, doing more of what you love, having more fun, connecting with your passions, doing more creative things, doing more spiritual things, getting connected with your spirituality. That's how that void is going to be filled. It's not going to be filled through anything outside of yourself. Okay, so a reminder for that. These are great reminders as we go into this new year. Let's see what else they have for us. Purge. We are being asked to purge. Okay, so this is a final purge and cleanse, clear, and release. And it does feel like, this is year-end purge, I was lucky that I moved December, so it like forced me to do my year-end like literal cleaning, where I was cleaning out my files in preparation for the move and getting everything tidy and giving away things. I've already done that. But those of you who maybe want to, do that in your physical space, this time before the new year is a great time to do that. Like as you put the Christmas tree away, like maybe take stock of what else you can put away, donate, clean up, throw away, whatever you need to. And then from an emotional sense, this is really just, letting go of those things that we've maybe perhaps already let go of in the physical, but we need to, release the final maybe memories, the final pain, process the final pieces of it, really, really let it go, like all go, to come into the new year cleansed and feeling pure, more pure. Some of this might be tainting your energy a little bit, and I do feel like we're gonna come on the upside of that pretty soon. But make sure that you're mindful of what is tainting your energy or bringing you lower. Like, what are those things? Go into them, see what they are. What is that sadness? What is that? What are those final things that you need to release in order to completely let someone or something or some situation go? Okay, so that's what we're being asked to do, to purge. And I'll pull one more. Healing. So this is all about your inner child work, your shadow work. And I feel like part of this we're being asked to look at right now, as we always should, but because we're going into a time in which you're going to be practicing your strength and practicing your alignment. And in order to practice your alignment, you've got to do the healing. Because we can't begin to integrate the shadow if we haven't explored the shadow or brought it into light, right? We can't integrate it with the light. We can't, allow the dark to meet the light. We can't filter the darkness into the light. We can't exude more light until we do this. And so this is important. And for some of you, it's like scraping to the bottom of, where does this stem from? Now, the way I teach and the way that I coach, especially in my soul coaching sessions, is I don't have you move in with the memories or the traumas or the pain. I don't want you to hang out there for too long. You may need to re-experience some pain briefly or temporarily just to call up some memories to the surface. But once you have the awareness and you know where things stem from and you understand and you allow yourself to feel what you need to feel from wherever that pain has been trapped subconsciously within you, that is where you begin to change, where your life begins to change. Because then you can integrate. Then you bring the awareness forward. You've released the pain from your emotional and your pain body and your physical body. And then you can take the newfound awareness in your mental body and integrate it with your spiritual and physical bodies. And this is huge. And some of you are being asked to get to the root. And maybe you've been avoiding that. Maybe the distractions that you've had up until this point have kept you out of touch with that. It's important to know where things stem from. It definitely is. And so if you need assistance with that, you can come to me for coaching. I'm happy to work with you and help you through that process. Soul coaching is a very progressive process in which we do that work. So it won't take too long. We use intuitive guidance to help you identify the core wounds and core causes. And then I kind of just support you as you process things and help guide you to, pretty quickly and progressively to that place where you're able to process that and then start practicing the newfound alignment. And that is pretty much the missing step for most of you. So if you feel like maybe there's been some missing steps or there's something that's just kind of missing before you're going to just flourish and expand, then, come see me for that. Okay. And yeah, so those are the major messages for you. A lot of that was about retreating, releasing the dependency, purging, healing. This is what we're supposed to be doing right now. It's a slow time. It's not somber. It's slow. Like I said, it's releasing what we need to release, and it's gearing up. And come January, things are going to be bright. And for some of you, some things are going to come to light. And for others of you, you're just going to be pushing forward towards the light. And I will talk more about that in my January forecast. Don't forget to book the New Year Intuitive Guidance Sessions now through January 2nd. And you can use the code New Year 2019, all caps. And that'll save you $22 on the session. And that's on theillumiguru.com. I love you guys. Happy New Year. I'll see you on January 1. Okay. Bye.